Hello, welcome. Man, we are almost to April and we are still being forced to think about 2021. So let us look into the categories and the nominees and the potential winners of this year's Oscar ceremony. Jessica Chastain is winning this one. Kind of a pretty sure thing. A close second, probably Nicole Kidman. This one's been hard because everyone thought it would be Kristen Stewart, and she just barely got the nomination. You could go Olivia Colman if you wanted to. She's always a safe bet, but I think Jessica Chastain is taking this one away for the night. While there are many good performances among these nominees, the one that is winning is Will Smith. The guy hasn't won ever, and he finally gives a performance that is just you kind of forget that he's playing a character. At least that was my experience. He was my favorite male performance of the year, and I'm glad that he's kind of been winning up to this point, and he is set to win. As much as I'd love to give it to Denzel, Will Smith just was kind of incredible in this, and the guilds have been rewarding him for it, so I hope he gets the Oscar finally. This is Ariana DeBose's. Through and through, she's been winning everything. Like, no one's even close. It's hers. Biggest upset if she loses. And honestly, rightfully so. She is incredible. This was Cody Smith-McPhee for a while, but then Troy Kotsur started winning all of the guild's affections, and now he's winning, which is good, because while McPhee was really good in Power of the Dog, there's something just so likable about Kotsur's role in Coda, and I'm just really glad he's getting recognized for it. It's Encanto, maybe. This one's not as sure, because Mitchell's versus the Machines has been winning, but Disney usually, because they own ABC, Disney usually wins, but it could be a Spider-Verse thing where it's an upset. I wish it was Luca, that's my personal favorite, but it's, Encanto, Mitchell's versus the Machines, it's one of those two, flip a coin. Here's another pretty set category. It's Jane Campion for sure. Even if Power of the Dog doesn't end up winning Best Picture, Jane Campion's for sure winning directing, which is very weird, but it's how it's been going, and it's probably going to continue. If I had to choose a second place, I don't know, PTA for Licorice Pizza, probably, but it's Campion, kind of by a mile. Dune is winning score, I think. It's been winning in several places, from what I remember, and it absolutely deserves it. Hans Zimmer hasn't won in a while, and he's really kind of coming hard for it. When Dune, the score is just kind of something else on another level. I think they're all good here. I've only listened to Parallel Mothers. I haven't actually seen the movie, but I think scores usually, all the nominees are fairly deserving, but good for Dune. It's going to win more than this for sure, but I think the score is one of the more deserving wins it'll get. Dune, 1,000 times over Dune. I mean, nothing against the other nominees. I think No Time to Die is kind of a fairly nuanced take as far as visual effects are concerned. But Dune, man, Dune, it has earned its win, and I swear if Free Guy beats it, or Spider-Man, but no, it's Dune, right? It's Dune. Drive My Car, another set one. Flea and The Worst Person in the World are nominated for other things, but Drive My Car having that director and Best Picture nomination, there's no way it's not winning this category. Cruella has been actually taking this award in all the guilds, and I just think that's super cool because I remember seeing it in May and thinking, I'm voting for this. Like, well, there's stuff like West Side Story that just has incredible costumes, and then Dune, you have the sci-fi outfits they have to wear. The biggest dresses is what I usually go for, and Cruella, I think, wins that for this year. As we have seen from all the other guild awards, it has won. Kind of a toss-up. I mean, Belfast kind of had this in the bag early on, but now it's looking like Licorice Pizza, which I hope wins because, I don't know, PTA always does a really good job with his movies. Don't Look Up's won a couple, like, I think one or two before. I don't know, man. Like, I think Licorice Pizza is the safe bet, but if you're not feeling it, then Belfast and Don't Look Up are kind of the other ones you could go with. This one is kind of solidly Coda. My opinion is it should be Dune. The fact that they made that movie make any kind of sense, especially when we have the 80s adaptation to compare to. But Coda is still a very good movie, and it has been winning, so it's very deserving of this. Dune, probably again. I'm not so sure about what the guilds have been giving it, but I'm pretty sure the technical awards are all going to be going to Dune. I think two really big competitors would be Nightmare Alley and The Tragedy of Macbeth. Nightmare Alley sets are just kind of on another level, but I do think that Dune is kind of the easy answer. For me, it's between, I think Dune's winning, but Nightmare Alley, I think, could kind of surprise people. Cinematography every year is consistently my favorite nominee because all 5 movies are always just great, and this year it's stupid how good these movies look, and I go back and forth between all 5 all the time because they're good for their own different reasons. Right now I'm riding the West Side Story train. Spielberg just shot the crap out of that movie, and it looks incredible. I mean, Dune, they could go for sure. Macbeth is crazy cool. Really, just take your best guess. For me, it's West Side Story. I'm kind of going with that. They've been, the awards have been kind of giving it to everyone. So I think just randomly pick one, look up some shots from the movie, and decide for yourself. This is one that I don't think Dune has in the bag. It's probably The Eyes of Tammy Faye, and if not that, then House of Gucci. Those are the more prestigious films, even though none of them really got more than 1 or 2 nominations. But out of these 5, Eyes of Tammy Faye and House of Gucci are the fancy quote-unquote movies that they're gonna probably give the award to, since they may not get awarded anywhere else. I mean, both deserving, honestly. The makeup in both is pretty good, so. I don't know if I talk about this every year, but a trade secret is that the film editing Oscar winner is usually the Best Picture winner. There's not too many times where the Best Picture winner also didn't win the editing Oscar. And so this year it's weird because you have Tick Tick Boom in there, which isn't even nominated for Best Picture. And then you have Coda, which is kind of what predicted to win at this point, and it's not even here, which is leading people to be like, oh, it's going to be Power of the Dog like we've thought for a while. But then King Richard won for the editing guild, I think, and it's just kind of all over the place. Don't Look Up, of course, being Adam McKay, has the most editing, and then Dune. My personal vote would be Power of the Dog because I think it's winning, but man, I think giving it to Dune's kind of a safe choice and good. Again, Dune's really deserving of all these technical awards, so. Dos Oruguitas is a good song. It's really good. but we don't talk about Bruno would have won if they had nominated it. It's going to be No Time to Die. It won the Grammy how many years ago? Because the song came out in like 2020, 2019. Anyway, so it's going to be the James Bond song. Billie Eilish deserves it. It's really good. They could give it to Dos Oruguitas. Be Alive. I mean, freaking Beyonce. It's very good. So flip a coin if you want, but it's probably going to be Billie Eilish's award to lose. Dune or West Side Story. Again, it's just a pretty safe bet that Dune's winning most of the technicals, but West Side Story being a musical, I think gives it an edge above things like Power of the Dog and Belfast. No Time to Die being an action movie also gives it kind of an edge. I do think Dune and West Side Story are the safest bets for this category. Well, Flea has international film, animated film, and documentary. Summer of Soul has been winning it everywhere, so it's going to win here. It's too bad that Flea's not going to win anything that it's nominated for, but Summer of Soul's it's kind of too high profile a documentary and everyone loves it. It's just kind of hard to ignore it. All right, the big one. All right, let's go through each one. West Side Story's chances not winning at all. It's my favorite out of these, but I'm fine with it not winning Best Picture. It's Spielberg's best movie in a long time, but you kind of need the voters as excited as I am about it, and they're not. So Dune, nope. It's winning it's the technical award winner. It's not going to take this away. Maybe they'll give a little more praise to the second one. The second part, we'll have to see. King Richard, no. I think it's way more of an acting platform as far as the Oscars are concerned. Don't Look Up, no. I don't think Don't Look Up's winning anything, actually, now that I think about it. Licorice Pizza could have. It just needed to be a little more beloved. Belfast was winning for a long time. Now it's not. I don't think it's going to have that kind of quiet comeback. It's just no one really cares about it right now. Drive My Car doesn't really have the power that Parasite had. So it'll win international, but not picture. Nightmare Alley, no. It's kind of surprising that it was nominated here. I think it's a cool nominee, and the Academy loves Guillermo del Toro. So Coda is actually set to win at this point, which is real surprising because it's been around since Sundance of 2021, and people kind of loved it at first, but then all these other movies came out that stole its attention, but now it's stuck around and it's kind of proven itself to last a while and everyone loves it, and so it could potentially win, which is really fun, kind of out of nowhere pick, and honestly, it deserves it. Good for it. And The Power of the Dog has been, ever since it came out in December, it's been the Best Picture winner. It won the Golden Globe, I'm pretty sure, and it's been winning other places. So it's really a battle between Power of the Dog and Coda. Coda's the more likable movie. Power of the Dog's the artsy one that, is kind of harder to love. So it really just depends on what you think the Academy's going to go for. It's a toss-up between Coda and Power of the Dog. If you think the Academy's going to go artsy versus general appeal, up to you. Again, flip a coin. Thank you for watching this last minute kind of rushed together Oscar analysis. Hope it helps with the ballot. I'm really enjoying the race this year because there isn't a Nomadland or a Parasite that's just kind of the ultimate winner. We had Power of the Dog, but even then, it was still kind of questionable between that and Belfast. Anyway, it's just been fun, and it'll be nice going into the nights not really knowing more than a handful of categories that are sure to win, and especially Best Picture. It's nice when Best Picture is kind of up in the air. It kind of makes the whole night fun to watch. And again, it's just silly, but that's why we love it, right? It's the Silly Movie Award for silly movie fans. So thank you again for watching, and I will see you again for Oscar season next year.